Okay, recording in progress. No more needle user
Hey,
jokes.
Steve, and I'm super happy. And thank you for having me, and well, thank you for doing
Having
this.
me. You're welcome. Yeah, I don't know what the hell you want to talk about or what I did wrong, but like, if you have some questions, I'll try to answer them.
I am not. If we're interrogating you, no, I'm just like I'm super thankful because you've done so much for music, and I saw that you've been writing books and everything. I just wanted to talk to you about you. Like what's going on with you? What are you doing? Like I just wanted to get an update on what's going on with you.
Well, it's not everybody's business what's going on with me, but um, and I don't I'm staying away from social media as well because I got extorted on social media by somebody, and um, but I was living in Oakland for the last 15 years, where I'd been in Seattle for like 15 or 12, 15 or 16 years, and then I moved to Oakland, and I finally left Oakland after 15 years in Oakland, and I moved to Portland, Oregon. So I'm in Portland, Oregon, and I got a house here, a 3 bedroom house, for the same money as I was able to get a studio in Oakland, in like down in a like sort of no man's land in Oakland. I got it for the same price. I got a 3 bedroom house, but I was sitting on my porch where I am currently again, and there's all this talk about Portland being weird and stuff, and every place is weird, and no place can really be weirder than San Francisco on the Folsom Street Fair or in the Castro on Pride Week or whatever. But I was just sitting here, and this guy rides by on his bicycle, just butt naked. And I'm like, that was odd. I don't see that every day. And
No,
then like
I've
an
seen
hour later, he rode back the other way, and he was still naked. And I thought, okay, I guess that's what you do here. And I thought that's odd. And then about an hour later, I saw a woman ride by naked on a bicycle. And
naked.
I mean, yeah, they didn't have like model bodies, or they had normal bodies, with all kinds of sizes and shapes and stuff. And but they were just naked. And then I looked up. I guess there's a naked bike ride, but it wasn't that week. It was like in 2 weeks. So I guess they were practicing for the naked bike ride. But I just thought that was kind of cute, and I could see why the ICE agents hate Portland, and they think it's weird and stuff. They want to arrest the naked people. They're afraid of their own nakedness.
Oh, obviously, there's a lot going
I think
on.
that's an issue. Yeah. I'm going to turn on the captions because I cannot hear you. Hope that's
Oh,
okay.
I'm just saying. What I was saying is, there's a lot that's going on that is just so bad and negative, and like it's like it's kind of scary. It's kind of like we're like in a very tough time right now, musically,
No.
artistically, everything. It's like it's very tough.
Yeah, it is. And I think every time is kind of tough in a way. This is right now. It's tough in different ways. It's really top down tough, and it's really evil white man tough right now, and patriarchal, and messed up, and all those things that we complained about for years and years about the patriarchy and politics and Republicans and right wing and homophobia, sexism, racism, et cetera. Like all the things that people are like, oh, shut up, it's not really that bad, or oh, don't you talk to so worried about this stuff, and why don't you like do something that's worthwhile as opposed to complain about those things. I mean, all the reasons that we're complaining have come true, like by 1,000 degrees, and it is scary. It is scary. I would hate to be like graduating high school right now, or college even, or just sort of like 18, 24, or going into the world and just having this to contend with. It would suck, because it'd be hard to have perspective on things.
Hey, I definitely agree because when I graduated back in the day, I remember having so much hope and so much like I was so like let's do this, and now I'm just like scared for the kids that are going out and experiencing this type of world now. It's like so different because back then we were a little bit more free, like there was more things that we could have done.
Yeah, I mean, it was messed up. There were a lot of things wrong with it, but they weren't as institutionally entrenched as they are now, and it's frightening, it really is. But with I always tell myself, like, for every swing in one direction, like, the pendulum has to go the other way. So where there's an action, there's a reaction. So if this is happening over here, then there's going to be that much more of a reaction on the other side, the other side of the issue, or we're hoping. There has to be. It's like, it's physics, it's like one thing weights, it's got to weight down the other end, and then it's got to balance somehow, and eventually but hopefully the balance doesn't have to be so extreme that things get messed up, that there isn't violence or some kind of civil discord. And I spent my life people telling me that I'm overreacting to things, or that I'm over concerned about things, and absolutely not. I never have been. And now my stance on most issues of social justice and politics are probably more extreme than they were when I was 18. So it's not a level of maturity and learning stuff. It's a matter of I have expectations after how many years, like, of thinking about this stuff. I mean, like, hatred and physical and political oppression, and it's maddening to have felt like you were trying to push things in one direction, or lean on something to be a certain way, or influence the world to be a better place, and you work so hard at it for so long, and then have this come and slap you in the face. It's like, God, what is it all for? What was it all for? So anyway, wouldn't want to be 18.
Yeah, it feels hopeless, but I feel like I've been, for musicians, because you're still playing, does it give you, like, do you feel like there's a difference playing now than back then?
No, actually, it's almost exactly the same. It pays exactly the same.
Really?
$50, whatever. The clubs, the sound is a little bit better, but no. Every city's different. Every town is different. Every scene is different, and every music style is a little different. So, but overall, the clubs and the punk rock rooms and the small theaters and things like that, it really doesn't seem that different. The difference is in Europe and other countries where they treat touring musicians and bands better, and they kind of realize that musicians are artists and they refer to them as such, and they treat them more like that. So it's different. It's different. Shows are different there, but here they're pretty much the same as they've always been. What do you think?
Well, I've never played Europe. I've always wanted to, but from America, from playing America and like most of the states here, I do feel like from what I've heard about Europe is that there's a lot more respect for musicians and for their art, and for people who create, from what I gather from people. And in here, it just feels like, oh, you're just another dime a dozen. Here you go. Like,
yeah. Get off the stage. Hurry up. We got a DJ coming.
Oh, right. God. Don't even get me started on that.
I know. It's like, I guess DJs are cheaper. They don't drink as much, and they take it's easier for them to load in and out, and people like them just the same. But no, it's different in the Northwest and stuff. I think it is kind of unique and I have played in every other state, but in the Northwest there is since the 90s there's been a level of respect, or a level of credence for rock bands, for rock musicians and live musicians in general. They generally try to pay you at the clubs. They try to treat you with some modicum of respect. They'll give you sodas and and allow you to load in a different door, and some of those things that used to be unheard of. But in the Northwest, often there's a dressing room usually in places out here, right? And it's more friendly, and they're independent booking agents, and a lot of clubs and bars that have live music and an all ages scene. And then there's the rock and roll schools, right? Now there's in Seattle, there's an entire high school that's like the rock and roll high school. Like it's rock and roll high school. You can go there and like you take English and math and all that stuff, but you have music through 4 years. It's like focused on rock music. I just think it's insane.
Oh,
Like it's crazy. It's not just like an after school program. It's like the whole school
part of
for
the
the
class.
whole the whole year, all of them. Yeah. No, not even a class like a subclass or a charter school. Like the entire school. Like everyone there is doing music.
I mean, that's
Rock and roll school.
that's unique because the first thing that people do when schools is that they remove the music programs and the art, and they think that it's not important, but you need it. You need all the art. It's so important.
Yeah, and you also need math and English and stuff too.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
get that, but like, yeah, there needs to be a balance. I guess that's what they're doing. So in Seattle, they have that, but I don't live in Seattle. I live in Portland because there's more naked people here.
Riding on their bikes. You know.
Yeah, I got my bike. I'm not sure about the nakedness part, but I'm going to start with shorts.
But, I mean,
And I'll work up to it.
yeah, I mean, there's different everywhere, like you said. Everywhere has different things going on. But
Uh-huh.
are you also, because I see that you've written some books. Are you still writing, or is that something you're thinking about, or
Yeah, I'm working on another book right now. I'm not sure where it's going, but it'll find it'll find its place, I think. But there's such good response from my first book that I was really encouraged by that. I didn't expect it, but the reviews were so good, and people just have gotten by word of mouth such good response that I feel encouraged to keep writing. In that case, I'm letting my ego allow it to absorb some of the good vibes and words from people. I just went and saw Kim Thale and Chris Novoselic do
Unknown caller.
shit. Sorry. No, I don't. Stop that. Because Kim Thale just released a book on which is a picture on the front, and it looks really cool. It's a hardback and everything, and I wanted to talk to him about it, but it was too crowded and busy. But I liked what he had to say. He's talked about Soundgarden mostly, and that he didn't like playing leads, even though he's a lead guitarist. He didn't think leads were necessary. And I thought, oh, all right, cool.
I agree with that a little bit, because you don't need it in every song, and some people do it in every song, and it drives me nuts.
I know. Like, look at Pearl Jam. Like, every song is a lead. It's like they go on forever. I saw them live one time, and I fell asleep during the lead. When I woke up, I was completely refreshed. I didn't know. It must have been hours. Just kept going.
That's great. I mean, that's a thing. Some guitar, and I have respect for guitarists that they master their
Yeah.
it's great. But cut it down. Like, you don't need to do it.
Yeah, they're so good, like it's like amazing, but like it should be like go play with the Philharmonic Orchestra or something.
It's showboating. It's really showboating. It should be about like the song in general.
Yeah, I know. I mean, maybe it calls for a lead, but a lot of times it's just it's really annoying and like out of place. It doesn't go with the song. I don't know. In a lot of bands, and it just goes on and on. Like, all right, we know you can play.
I shut it off afterwards. I'm like, skip.
Keep it to the point.
No, that makes a point right there. And yeah, I'm super thankful that you're doing this. So I don't want to take up too much. Oh, puppy.
Yeah, I see ya.
Yeah, so cute.
Chihuahua time.
Chihuahua time.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take up your time, but I want to give you the floor to say whatever you want to say, and then we can wrap it up.
I don't know. I don't know what let's see. I have a new band called TV1984, and I didn't choose the name, but you can remember TV1984. And it's a two-piece with just a guitar, a drummer, me, and a bass player. And I play some keyboards in there, but we have other musicians that play on the recordings, but it's mostly just the bass and drums. And so I'm just trying to do something different that's still engaging, and a lot of it's a lot of soloing. So for the first time, I'm kind of out front doing a lot of soloing. It's the closest I'll ever get to a solo project, not being a melodic, not melodic. I'm not a melodic musician, I guess. With the drums, I try to play them like a melodic instrument, but I can't play a traditional melodic instrument very well.
Well, it takes talent to even play a drum. A lot of people can't even. I can't play a drum.
Sure you can. I could show you how.
I'm gonna have
In
to
one
fly
lesson, I could have you playing.
okay? Well, if I fly over there, I'm not gonna be naked on a bike, but I'll definitely play drums.
Okay, yeah. Come on over anytime. Give me a call. I have the drum set up in the house. Yeah, it'll be fun. What else? What do you do for? Oh, you told me what you do for a living. But are you playing in a band now?
I'm doing my own solo thing right now. I did have a band, but now I'm kind of like enjoying kind of writing on my own and having more control over that a little bit.
Oh, cool. So you're mostly writing at home and stuff?
I'm just writing and just releasing as I go by, but I'm not like before, like trying to really, really go into it. I just want to like have freedom and do it on my own.
Uh-huh.
I can work on that.
Send me something that you're doing if you want to. We can check out a song or something.
Send me your music. I'll play it on the show if you want.
Okay. How do I do
Yeah.
that? I'll have to send it to your email probably. I can't add it here. Yeah. So yeah, and then we're touring the Northwest and stuff in October. We're playing. I'm doing this X show in Portland on October 24th, and that's it's called, like, if you bring your ex, you get in for free. So it's about togetherness and bringing people together again. But it's also like X bands that were all X something else. So like Steve X Gits, my friend who's in a band called Coffin Break, like his new band, and his band Cracker Bash, which was a band in Portland that were popular in the 90s, and my friend Sean played with Elliott Smith and his roommate and stuff. He has a new band called the Mistin, so it's X Cracker Bash, X Gits, X Coffin Break, X Mudhoney. So it'll be all the X bands, and then X's get in for free, and so that's the theme of it. So it's kind of like the musicians from the 90s that are still playing, like, they were good, they were all good back then, but they were all in their early 20s and stuff, or late teens, and the people that have continued on, and it's really interesting because they've become really good musicians, like really excellent. They've been doing it for 30 years now, and but still have the same energy as they did then. That's the kind of bands that I enjoy seeing, like more mature sort of rockers that still have the same energy but have brought more to the table than they did. Because how could you play the same thing over and over again for 30 years?
No.
People do, and they just regurgitate the same songs over and over, and fine, whatever, you got a job, you're making money, but really I wish people would come up with new stuff and put the X's to rest and just do something new.
I definitely agree with you, Anya, because I like the when the musicians just keep going but play something different and try something different. That's what I respect, and then they get better with that at what they're doing instead of just playing the old hits that everybody knows and loves. But doing your stuff, I think everybody just changes and grows and evolves as a musician after a certain point of time. At least I would hope you do.
Yeah. If you don't, then really, do you really want to hear it? I mean, if you don't change at all in 30 years, it's like my parents. Most people where I grew up, like in Indiana where I grew up, it's kind of a lot of times the way people seem to be to me. They seem to really reject change. I want to put the clock back 50 years.
I kind of agree with you there.
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable, like naked people on bicycles. But yeah, I know you have to get back to work, but thanks for having me. I don't know what to say, except I have a book about the Gits, and my friend Mia Zapata, who is the singer in the Gits. It's about her and our friendship. And you can find it at best places to order it from an independent bookstore where you live. Just way better than buying stuff on Amazon, because a truck driving all the way to your house to deliver a roll of toilet paper is not really a good use of time and energy and resources, you know. I mean, it gives a guy a job, I guess, but.
Thanks again, and I appreciate it. So send me your music, okay?
Yeah, I will. Likewise. Okay. It's Chihuahua Dance Party. All right. Nice to meet you.